bike is really miserable to ride. having so much fun here on the Fireblade. This is so much fun. Ooh. Got a little slippery there. God damn, dude, that car almost just went in the ditch. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Yammie Noobicus. The title of today's video is Leader Bikes Aren't That Fun. Okay, here's the thing. I see this comment all the time on YouTube, and it's mostly from ego-driven, vanity-centric sport bike riders. And look, guys, I'm a sport bike rider myself. I've got a race bike. I love sport bikes, okay? So I'm not going to try to dog on the sport bike clan too much. But one thing that I see a lot on these comments is that, oh, Yammie, you just don't understand the Fireblade. You don't understand the leader bikes. You don't understand why we like them. And that's why you don't like them. And I'd like to posit you a theory that perhaps it is you who does not understand. And the reason I'm saying that is that because I think when you've spent a lot of time on sport bikes, you spent a lot of time on different kinds of motorcycles, you start to develop your taste a little bit. And look, when you first go to ride a motorcycle like this, yes, it's going to be very exciting. Yes, you're going to think that it's the fastest thing ever, because they are really fast. I mean, look at it. It's crazy fast, right? Makes such an exciting sound. How could you not appreciate a motorcycle like this? But the thing is, after a while, it starts to kind of become a one-trick pony. The ergonomics get really, really needlessly aggressive. And they're just, they stop being fun. And you might say to yourself, well, how could it possibly stop being fun? Maybe you're a newer rider and you haven't really spent that much time on motorcycles. You might think to yourself, how could it possibly not be fun? Yam, come on, like these are 200 horsepower motorcycles. But power really isn't everything. And the more time I've spent on bikes, the more I don't really care about top-end power all that much. Even on racetracks, honestly, I prioritize feel and fun way more over outright power. And this was something we chatted about in our 1000cc's video, whether or not those older 1000cc bikes were more fun than these motorcycles, is because when I ride this thing, I mean, these pegs are so high, these clip-ons are so low, that it's difficult for me to make the case of riding this bike around all the time. And I totally get it. No one's going to buy a $30,000 215 horsepower Honda to ride around on the daily. But the experience here is so overwhelmingly dominated by the sportiness of this bike, by how fast it is, by the top end blistering power that it has, that it does become a bit of a one-trick pony over time. These motorcycles do end up feeling kind of just like, okay, like they go really fast on straight line, what else can I do, right? And it's not just me that thinks this. You know, over time, if you see any rider that's been around for, you know, been riding for 10 years, 12 years, if they are still in the leader bike phase of riding, I personally would think that they need to grow up a little bit. They need to maybe explore some different types of motorcycles, explore some different kind of riding, because I just feel like it's a bit of like a chicken tenders diet mentality when it comes to motorcycling. I think that your palate has not been developed enough if all you care about are leader bikes, because there's so much more to motorcycling, man. And yeah, these things are really cool. It's really interesting to ride these bikes around. I'm not going to say that it's not fun or interesting to ride, but you know, after you just ride these bikes around and you're always just constantly managing the power, you can barely get out of first and second gear in most places. It's a bit ridiculous to say that this would be your chosen motorcycle to ride around. I think a lot of leader bike guys might have like a really, you know, bitchin' leader bike in their garage, and then probably have something else too. And that's what I think a lot of the younger guys watching the channel don't really understand, is that motorcycles, you know, the more the merrier, right? It's the N+1 mentality. You're probably not gonna just have one liter bike in your garage, and that's gonna be your only stable. Because if that is your stable, I have some serious questions about you. Because even for me, man, I've got quite a few different motorcycles that do different things for me. You know, I've got my 675R race bike, I've got my KTM 250 dirt bike, my SX, my wonderful little motocross mule, my WR is my bop around bike, my desert sled is my kind of fun, upright, super moto-y, torquey thing that it is. You know, my Turbo Hayabusa that I cannot reveal just yet because you guys refuse to hit the subscribe button. Y'all refuse to subscribe so I can reveal the almighty Turbo Busa. But yeah, of course I've got that in the stable. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really do feel like these motorcycles, if this is all you ride, it is kind of like you just like eating hot dogs every day. Because you don't really get any... Here's the thing, right? Like, after you've been riding around for a while, and especially if you've been track riding and racing like I have, and to give you guys context, because I know a lot of people don't keep up on the channel, they don't keep up with everything I'm doing. I have club raced quite a bit at this point. I've done over 100 plus track days at 12 different facilities on 3 different continents. I've done well over 100 days at the track. I feel like if anyone tells me that I'm not reasonably experienced with riding motorcycles on a racetrack, I just feel like it's empirically untrue at this point, which kind of bothers me whenever people are like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Guys, I kind of do. So let's just put that there. And so when you have that kind of background, you realize how far away you are from accessing the potential of these motorcycles. And it's like that quote from way back in the day where it's like, oh, the man who is truly wise knows that he does not know everything, you know? And it's the dumb man who thinks that he knows everything. And it's very true, and it's especially true after you've had the chance to ride motorcycles like this around and you've had the chance to experience their performance on a racetrack, and you realize just how utterly stupid they are for the street. Zach Kortz the other day put out his R7 daily ride video, which hats off, Zach, great job there, love to see the content. And one of the things he said that I've said for a long time is that 600cc bikes are really just for vanity on the street, and 1000s are even more for vanity on the street. These things have literally very, very little purpose to be kind of bopped around on country roads like this. You know, like, I'd honestly rather be on my WR250 doing this than on a frickin' 215 horsepower Fireblade. But, you know, it can be done. You just have to mind the throttle. But is it fun constantly modulating and minding the throttle and never getting to use your motorcycle? Not really. I gotta be completely honest. It's not fun being completely hunched over like a gargoyle when I'm just bopping around a local street like this and just enjoying myself, you know? And again, yeah, it makes a buttload of horsepower, and anytime you want, you squeeze the gas and you're about to take off into space. So yeah, it's just not fun just being stuck in second gear and being like, okay, I can't open this thing up at all, otherwise I'm gonna be doing 100 miles an hour. And I mean, I'm not kidding, guys. Like, we're doing second gear, 40 miles per hour right now. I'm gonna open it up for 1 second, okay? 1 Mississippi, that's 60 miles an hour right there. It went from 40 to 60 in second gear in 1 second. So you just can't keep it open anywhere. And again, after you've ridden on track and raced like I have, you start to really notice these motorcycles, and you're just like, you can't really utilize much of it at all, you know? Even on a fun little twisty road like this, you have to be very judicious. I mean, there's no way you can use these bikes without being a complete idiot. And this was something I posted about on my Instagram story a while back, is that, you know, people who ride really, really fast on the street, you know, younger guys might glorify that because they're kind of too dumb to know the difference between what is right and wrong, honestly. But it's not about who's fastest or who's most skilled on the street. It's just about who's dumb enough and stupid enough to push a motorcycle like that on the street. It's an exercise in insanity and clout chasing, as Dylan Code from the California Superbike School said. So it's difficult for me to make the case of wanting to ride this bike around a lot. You know, I think a lot of people think that, a bike like this, you know, if it's in the shop, I'm gonna just, every time I come in the shop, I'm gonna run for the keys and jump on the bike and go ride it. But I have very little desire to ride this machine outside of making videos with it. Again, it's a fantastically interesting motorcycle, top of the line super bike, really amazing motorcycle. But, you know, for me personally, I just don't understand why you'd want to ride one of these around on the street, and they're just not that fun. Yeah, I don't know, they're just not that fun. And a lot of folks will say that, oh, you just get used to the ergonomics package, you just got to get used to it, and it is what it is. But, you know, you really don't have to get used to it. You can buy a bike that actually is comfortable and easy to ride around the street, whereas this thing just really isn't. And I'm stuck behind this truck here, and I'm pretty miserable, I'm not gonna lie. This bike's heating up, I'm really uncomfortable, I'm not getting to open it up, and it feels like it constantly just wants to open up and go, go, go. And it's like, I just can't do it. What do you guys think, though? Let me know in the comments down below if you think leader bikes are just for flexing, if you ride a leader bike around all the time. And remember, there's a big difference between something like the Fireblade here and like an early 90s leader bike. They've gotten a lot more aggressive, they've gotten a lot more ridiculous. So I really don't want to hear it that it's like, oh, these bikes are just fine to ride if you ride around like an 02 CBR 900RR or something like that. That's not the same thing. It's absolutely not the same thing. But let me know down below if you're a leader bike rider, if I've offended you or something like that. Let me know as well. Any engagement is good engagement, and I always do appreciate seeing the comments. And don't forget, this is a giveaway motorcycle. Y'all don't want to miss out on that. Get your entries down below at YammieNoob.co. And we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.
Hey you. Yeah. Click the Yammie Noob video right over there. You should do it. Click that video. Keep watching. Some good stuff. You should really check it out. Hey, look over there. Go click the video. Look, go click it. Click it right now. Do it. Click that video right now. Do it. Do it.